Hello everyone, Aurora Star Crystal here, and I hope you're still feeling the holiday season. I have one more ornament tutorial for you, which is perfect because now that Christmas is said and done, a lot of the ornaments are 70% off. So that's how I justify a video that should have been posted at the beginning of December. But hey, it's never too late to start getting prepared for next year. So if you've seen some of the Pusheen ornaments out there right now, they're not only super cute and adorable, but also super expensive. I think this one that I found floating around was maybe $8 or $12 for an orb. And I was just like, whoa, if you wanted to cover your tree in Pusheen, that's expensive. I said, hey, I think you can make this pretty cheaply and pretty easily. One of the first things you need that is crucial to this ornament making is clear label paper. One thing you have to watch out for is that label paper is made differently for different printers. So there are mainly two types of printers, laser printers or inkjet printers. If you use the wrong label paper, it may mess up your printer. So you're also going to need scissors or an X-Acto knife. If you're going to use glitter ornaments or use any decorative foam pieces, you're going to want some sort of glue. Sometimes the label paper won't stick to it, so I definitely recommend adding a little bit of glue to help it stick. I didn't do that here, so that would be purely experimentation. And of course, you're going to need a bunch of ornaments. Once you print everything out on your clear label paper, you're just going to take your scissors, and for the stripes and tail, which will go on the back of the ornament, you'll cut that as close to the edge as possible. The smoother cut you can make in one go, the easier time you're going to have or cutting that rounded corner. So just go very slowly. I'm not perfect, but that's kind of how I've found is the best. And for the face and the ears and the whiskers, you're going to leave kind of a white border. It's going to be clear once you peel off the backing. If you cut it right to the colored edge, it might be very difficult to work with because it is so thin and small. I've also seen somebody on the Pusheen Crafts Facebook group use vinyl, so that could be also a way to go, like craft vinyl, especially if you have a Cricut. So a Cricut is kind of like a printer, except it cuts things based on a template. Those can be a bit expensive, but if you have one, then I would definitely use that. Because the printer is so precise, it will be able to cut these smaller shapes without any difficulty. So you see I have all of the pieces cut out, and once you do that, it's time to assemble. The best way, without everything trying to stick to each other, is to peel the backing a bit. Just slightly. You can use your nail, wedge that in there, stick it onto the ornament, and peel off the rest of the backing. And you'll notice the backing paper kind of helps smooth it out without ruining the color. You'll also see that with these longer stripes, because this particular plastic isn't that flexible, you are going to get some bubbling, and that tends to happen with longer and larger pieces of the clear label paper. From afar, it's not a big deal. And now we're going to cut out the tail and put that on there. And so you can see with that smaller piece, we don't have that issue. Now that the back is looking pretty cute, get that mouth on there, get the little whiskers. Please make sure that when you print out the label paper that you let it dry a little bit, so you don't want to just smear Pusheen's face everywhere. And pretty much after that, this one is done. This looks almost identical to the one that costs $8 or so. You can also put it on smaller ornaments. As you see here, you can see that I tried to test out a different method of cutting out the face area, but I think that cutting just the eyes and the mouth as a unit is better. I've also included an illustration of last year's limited edition ornament. To make it resizable, I just went ahead and redrew it in Illustrator. So I'm just going to cut this out, and you can stick it pretty much anywhere. You can put it on a glass jar, get that all holiday seasoned up, or you'll see later for an ornament, I pasted on top of some sparkly craft foam, and I make a different ornament out of that. And now for a little added flair, one of my favorite mythical Pusheens is the Pusheen Unicorn. For this, I'm going to utilize craft foam. In the description below, I'll link where you can get this craft foam. It's called Foamies, and they come in a huge pack for I think like $12, and you get all of these different colors. And if you want to add a little bit more of a Pokemon flair to your tree next year too, this is the exact same pack I used for my Eeveelutions and Pikachu simplistic ornament tutorial. So in this video, you're going to see a template that didn't quite work. I was just testing things out and I was going to use this like kind of squiggly tail template. Instead of the tail being squiggly, it's just going to be straight. So it'll be 3 colored foam stacked on top of each other that I've glued with some tacky glue. I actually like that a little better because it kind of gives the illusion of the Pusheen Unicorn soaring through the air. So you can see I have this beautiful sparkly craft foam. I see something shiny and I'm like, ooh, I want that. I want to put that in a place and never use it. Cut out your foam and then glue it on your regular Pusheen ornament to transform it into a beautiful, mythical, mystical Pusheen Unicorn. Please let me know if you guys do this. Find me on Twitter, find me on Instagram. And so here are the adorable results.
Every day. I'd like to love you, love you.
So thank you again for watching, and once again, happy holidays, and I will see you in 2019. Bye!
I'd like to love you, love you. I'd like to love you, love you. I'd like to love you night and day, if I may.